Good morning, friends. Today we are going to continue the next part of the second lesson of the Unit 1. As we already seen in the last lecture, Pollar's law, its statements, its mathematical expression. Then we have come to the next point, application of the conductance measurement. In first application, we have seen determination of the degree of ionization and ionization constant of weak electrolyte. You know, degree of ionization or dissociation, and ionization constant is also known as the dissociation constant. You can compare like this. We have seen this particular application in the last lecture. Now we have to continue the same another application of the conductance measurement is nothing but determination of solubility and solubility product of sparingly soluble salt. Whatever the steps are involved here are same as earlier, but the terms are different. As we know, first of all, we have to find out the solubility. Now, solubility, when, what is the solubility? The extent to which that particular substance is dissolved in that particular solvent. Extent to which the solid is dissolved in the solvent. Now, we know here sparingly soluble salt has been taken. Means partially dissolved in the salt. It will not completely dissociates into the solution. That is called as the sparingly soluble salt. Sparingly means partially soluble in the solution, also you can call it as a solvent. Now, steps involved in the conductometric determination of solubility of sparingly soluble salt. First of all, saturated solution of the salt at a given temperature is prepared. Conductance of that solution is measured. By using the same conductivity cell, conductance of the distilled water is measured. By using the same conductivity cell, conductance of the 0.1 molar KCl solution is measured. Calculation will be as follows. Now, as earlier, the calculation of the cell constant will be there. See, basically that we have seen how the cell constant will be calculated. In the last lecture, we have seen how the cell constant can be calculated. Cell constant is nothing but the specific conductance of the KCl solution to the conductance of the same solution at that temperature. Means we have to divide by these two things, specific conductance of the KCl solution, where it is so here, and this conductance of that saturated solution. It will give you the cell constant. Then calculation of the specific conductance value of the saturated solution and of the salt calculation of the specific conductance value Calculation of specific conductance values of the saturated solution of the salt and distilled water. Take the difference of the specific conductance of the salt solution and distilled water. It will give you K for salt alone. See, make the correction over here. Calculation of the specific conductance values of saturated solution of salt and distilled water. How it will get calculated? Last lecture, in the last application, we have seen specific conductance is nothing but a K is equal to cell constant into the observed conductance. That formula you have to use over here. Please write this thing again. Okay, make the correction in that. You have to write that. Calculation of the specific conductance values of saturated solution of the salt and distilled water. Take the difference of the specific conductance of the salt solution and distilled water. It will give you the specific conductance for the salt alone. Getting that point? Then solubility of the sparingly soluble salt can be measured using equation lambda is equal to K by C. For a sparingly soluble salt, the saturated solution of salt will be dilute solution. Hence, the molar conductance of the saturated solution of a salt will be taken as molar conductance of the salt at infinite dilution. The concentration of the salt solution then can be replaced by solubility of the salt. I see. See here, we know that relation. What is that? Molar conductance is equal to specific conductance divided by the concentration. Write that point. Now, in case of this sparingly soluble salt, what happens? This saturated solution solution of a salt, it is nothing but a dilute solution. Hence, that particular molar conductance for this particular solution will be taken as the molar conductance of that salt solution at infinite dilution. Because we know whenever we want the conductance, at that time there should be the ions. That ion should be responsible to carry the current. But when we are taking the sparingly soluble salt at higher concentration, it will not give that much conductance value as it will appear in case of the dilute solution, or we can call it as the infinite diluted solution. I think so. Are you getting that point very well? What I am saying, for sparingly soluble means partially soluble. The example, you know, AgCl is that. Simple salt is the AgCl. AgCl is a sparingly soluble salt. You can see it will not completely dissolve in the water. Getting that point? It will form the turbidity. You can see that particular part. Now, in the above equation, lambda is equal to K by C, we can replace C by the S, where S is nothing but the solubility of the salt. I said already, solubility is nothing but the extent to which that particular compound or the substance is dissolved in the solvent, or say extent to which the solid is dissolved in the solvent. Now, lambda salt solution is equal to lambda 0 salt, and S is the solubility of the salt solution in mole per dm cube. Lambda 0 salt is equal to lambda 0 plus lambda 0 minus. Therefore, S is nothing but the specific conductance K divided by lambda 0 salt. Then the solubility product For the sparingly soluble salt is given by KSP is nothing but a S square. Or say, you know, the one relation is their solubility is nothing but under root KSP. And that means KSP is equal to solubility square. It is again the very much important application. For the 5 marks, the question will be there based on this particular part. What is the solubility and what is the solubility product? Solubility is nothing but the extent to which the salt, or say you can say the solid, is dissolved in the solvent, or say substance is dissolved in the solvent. What is the solubility product? Solubility product is nothing but the square root of the solubility. Very simple it is. I think so. There is no issue to understand to getting this point. We will repeat these two applications again. First application was the determination of degree of ionization and ionization constant of weak electrolyte. For that purpose, we have considered the weak electrolyte HA. It will dissociate as the HA plus plus A minus, or so you can call it is ionized as. If the degree of ionization is alpha and the molar concentration is C, then we have seen the concentration of the reactant species and the concentration of the product species. Concentration of H plus is equal to concentration of A minus is equal to alpha into C, and concentration of HA means the acid is nothing but 1 minus alpha into C. On applying the Lomami's law of mass action, then you will get a K is equal to concentration of H plus into concentration of A minus divided by concentration of HA that we have seen. Then we have got the value K is equal to alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. This is known as the Holtzclaw dilation law. Then alpha is equal to lambda m upon lambda 0. Degree of ionization can be calculated by using the ratio of molar conductance to the limiting molar conductance of that solution. First step is nothing but the conductance of the weak electrolyte of concentration C is measured. Using the same conductivity, cell conductance of the 1.1 molar KCl solution is measured. Then calculation of the cell constant, it will done by calculation of the dissociation constant will be done as follows. First number is the determination of the cell constant. Cell constant is nothing but the specific conductance of that KCl solution divided by the observed conductance of the that particular weak electrolyte solution. Determination of the specific conductance of the solution. Cell constant is nothing but a specific conductance of that KCl 0.1 molar KCl specific conductance of the 0.1 molar KCl solution divided by the conductance of the same solution. Definition of the cell constant is nothing but the specific conductance of the KCl solution at particular temperature divided by conductance of the same solution. Then determination of specific conductance of the solution by using the cell constant is nothing but the specific conductance is equal to cell constant into observed conductance. Therefore, determination of that particular molar conductance of H is nothing but lambda m is equal to K by C. Now we have to calculate the limiting molar conductance. Limiting molar conductance for weak electrolyte is nothing but lambda 0 HCl plus lambda 0 NaA minus lambda 0 NaCl. Means here it is a let's say consider here is a HA is a weak acid. Let's say consider the CH3COH. For that purpose we have taken this 0 lambda 0 HCl plus lambda 0 CH3CONA, means salt of that weak acid is we have taken sodium acetate minus lambda 0 NaCl. You have to take what we have to take. We have to note this molar conductance of this solution at infinite dilution, and then you can take the sum of these two solutions, then subtract another one. You will get the limiting molar conductance for the here weak acid. Then the degree of ionization can be calculated as lambda m alpha is equal to lambda m upon lambda 0 of that particular weak electrolyte. Then you can calculate the k. K is nothing but alpha square C divided by 1 minus alpha. Then you can substitute for the alpha here. It is again the very simple. According to this particular application, we have seen this application of this determination of the solubility and the solubility product of sparingly soluble salt. In this case, what we have seen, in case of this particular thing, saturated solution of the salt at a given temperature is prepared. Then conductance of that solution is measured by using the same conductivity cell. Conductance of the distilled water is measured by using the same conductivity cell. Conductance of the 0.1 molar KCl solution is measured. Then first step is the calculation of the cell constant. Cell constant is nothing but a specific conductance of the KCl solution divided by conductance of the same solution. Then calculation of the specific conductance values of the saturated solution and distilled water. You know, specific conductance is nothing but cell constant into observed conductance. That should be, you have to write. Then take the difference of specific conductance of saturated solution and distilled water. It will give you the specific conductance for the salt solution. Specific conductance for the salt alone. Then solubility of the sparingly soluble salt can be measured by using the equation lambda is equal to K by C. But in case of this sparingly soluble salt, what happens? Saturated solution of this particular salt is the dilute solution. Hence, the molar conductance of saturated solution of salt will be taken as molar conductance of the salt at infinite dilution. Hence, the concentration in salt solution can be replaced by the solubility of the salt. You can replace that lambda by the lambda 0. Therefore, lambda 0 salt is equal to K by S, where S is the solubility in mole per dm3. Now, lambda 0 salt is equal to lambda 0 plus lambda 0 minus. Therefore, solubility is equal to specific conductance divided by lambda 0 salt, and ultimately the solubility product is nothing but the Ksp. Ksp is nothing but the S square. Here any difficulty, you are free to ask on the classroom platform, or say you can ask on the Telegram. If you are not getting this part, I will repeat it again. This is very much important. The 5 marks question will be there on the one application. Getting that point, application is very much important. There will be the question based on these particular applications. From these two, one application will be there in the exam. You have to attempt that question. It is a very simple part. Please practice it.